Hello, Bernie. This is your mayor, Tim Handren. Today is the 25th of May. I'm going to combine my mayor's minute after city council meeting with the daily update on what's going on in our community. So last night at council, two important things that we covered. The first thing we did was go over the declarations and the orders that were put in place that I did last week. And the way it works is I can only put my orders in place for 7 days, and then council has to approve that staying in for another 30 days. That's what I asked for, but I asked to make a couple of changes. One change I made was related to the travel restrictions. Several of you made comments that your job requires you to travel or you're in the military. And the purpose of that was to try to make sure we don't have folks coming back into Bernie that came from an area that's highly infected with the COVID-19 virus already. And so we changed the language to say if you are traveling back to Bernie from an area that's known to be already highly impacted by COVID-19, you should self-quarantine. We also removed the language about churches are not excluded. I think people misinterpreted that to mean we are telling you can't go to church. Most every church in our area was already doing live streaming, and we want you to go to church, and we all need church during this time. And we made two other changes inside the businesses that are considered essential. One, we added chiropractors for emergency services. Chiropractors are allowed. And we also added auto sales. The original document had just auto repair and auto parts. But we recognize that people need to go, and sometimes things happen to your car and you may need to fix your lease or renew your lease or get a new car if your car's been totaled. So we made those changes. Those will be going on the website today, and I will sign those into order today since council has ratified those last night. The other thing we spent a lot of time talking about as a council is how can we as a city, not you, the citizens of the city, but the government of city, what can we do to help people when you're financially distressed during this time? If you've lost your job, or if you've been furloughed, or if your business has been shut down, how can we as the government called Bernie, how can we help you get through this? And we talked about a lot of ideas last night. We didn't make any decisions. You'll see more about that after our next council meeting. We have our third confirmed case of the COVID virus in Bernie. We don't know any details. We don't know if it was travel related or community spread. We don't know any other details other than we were called by DSHS, and that was confirmed, which is exactly why we have the orders in place right now. We've got to prevent the spread. And I just can't urge everyone, please, please, please stay out of social interactions from people you don't live with. There's lots of questions that have been coming up over the last couple of days, and the city's going to put up on the website a series of FAQs to answer most of the common questions. Common questions like, can I go exercise? And the answer is yes. We're all going stir crazy in our houses. We need to get out and exercise. Go for a run, go ride your bike, go walk your dog, go with your loved ones and your family for a walk around the park or on the trails. But don't do it in groups, and honor the social distancing guidelines. Stay 6 feet away from everybody. You can say hi and wave to your friends, but don't stop and have a social gathering and get close to each other. And by all means, I know you want to hug each other, that you have folks you haven't seen in a while, but that's what we're trying to avoid right now. Can I drive in the city? Can I go for a drive out in the country? None of the orders that we are put in place are called stay at home or shelter at home orders. Yes, you can go for a drive. San Antonio has different restrictions, so don't drive south. You may want to drive north. San Antonio is not really a drive around kind of town right now because they have a shelter in place order. In our city, as I'm driving to and from my house to City Hall to do these videos and to sign documents that I must sign, I noticed the streets are pretty empty. It's sad, but it's necessary right now. I'm going to encourage everybody. We have a lot of our businesses are getting very creative in how they can stay alive and create opportunities for you to be their patron. And I encourage everybody, get out if you have time and you have the desire to go out and eat. Lots of great things are being done by all our local restaurants and the folks who have been shut down that serve food. And even some of the retail shops are doing curbside service. You can go buy clothes at Jolie, you can buy ceramics at some of the places in town. They're doing curbside service. Do what we can to support our local community. Speaking of support our local community, this weekend on Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. there's a blood drive here in Bernie, and it is going to be at St. Peter's Church. If while you're driving around you want to stop by and donate blood, as you know, that's a big thing right now. There's a shortage of blood because things have just kind of clamped down and there's going to be a need for blood. As you're driving around, you'll see signs on Main Street. I just encourage you, if you are donor eligible and can make it out to St. Peter's Church this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 2, let's support our entire community and give blood. So I just want to say thanks to all of you again for tuning in and sharing these videos. My cameraman back there gave me a great phrase yesterday: share the video, but don't share the virus. Hopefully I'll give you an update tomorrow that's not very exciting. That's just more of nothing new, nothing's changed. But nonetheless, we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on. Thanks, everybody.